Good morning!
Good morning! Good morning!
Or good afternoon, really.
Good morning.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon, actually. We just got out of church, and it is blazing hot outside again. It was 98 a second ago. It's 96 now. We are...
Burned my hand on the car.
It is sweltering out here. So we're going to head on home and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the day. I'm waiting in a parking lot right now. Got some old items we're going to sell to somebody. Lisa's pretty good about selling things on Facebook groups and stuff like that around here locally. And we found an old toy the kids hadn't played with in a long time. It was really a baby toy. And I think she had it sold within 15-20 minutes or something. I'm just looking for the car. Actually, that might be it right now. So let me get out and get this thing sold. Ah, it's drifting. Okay, well, hi. It is so hot that my camera mount is sliding off the dash. So I guess you're going to get this weird angle. While I've been out, Lisa has sold something else. So I'm going to go home and get that and go back and sell that too. We were selling a bunch of stuff earlier in the spring because we have so many old kids' toys and just knickknacks and stuff that, our garage is completely full of things now. But it got so hot during the middle of the summer that we kind of slacked off on it.
Well, today has been a long day. What time is it? It's 7:45 and I have not even vlogged yet. We got up this morning pretty early. We went to church. We have a small church. There's probably between 10 and 16 families in the church, and we go and we make a day of it. So we got there around 10:30 and we didn't leave until, I want to say, right at 2:30ish. I'm not quite sure. So we worship, which is music, and then we listen to the sermon. We'll have a short break in there somewhere, and then afterwards we usually eat lunch together and just fellowship. And sometimes, like today, we have a body life meeting, which is a meeting where we just discuss all the different things that are happening within the church and all of that. Today's been a really rough day for me. I have major blood sugar issues, and I'm sure most of you that watched this or will watch this know that. But my blood sugar, when I have been having a lot of trouble eating, because when I eat it makes me jittery, and then when I don't eat it makes me jittery, and it's to the point where any thought of food just makes me so nauseated, and I just don't want to eat. But I've been having a really hard time. The blood sugar issues are just a nightmare. And right now it's like I can tell my sugar is low, and I feel like when I'm talking, my voice is all muddled. It's like blah, 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 trying to talk. But I'm supposed to be even eating dinner right now, and I just can't get hungry to eat it. My stomach is sick. I just don't feel good. But I don't want to complain, because, I hate complaining. I feel like I complain a lot, and I don't want to complain. It's just been a hard day. Luke.
Don't do it.
What are you doing to Daddy?
I'm a little wet now, Luke.
Don't squirt me.
Oh, he'll squirt you he'll just do it.
I don't know what's worse. Him trying to climb up there, or him trying to squirt the cat with a water gun.
We've been trying to do some kind of family devotional off and on for a while. So I pulled out the book we had been reading some time ago and realized the girls have gotten too big for it. Because in that time since we last really read, it hasn't gotten much better. Well,
Luke.
come sit, buddy. Girls, let's see if you can. This isn't the exact question that we were going through in the other book. Let's see what y'all can think. And Lauren, don't cheat by reading the page, even though you already have. I know.
He's teasing you.
So what is man's primary purpose? What is the reason that people exist?
Because God wants people to understand about Him and know Him and preach about Him and teach other people about
This is why we can't have nice things.
Olivia, that was a very good answer before Luke brought the house down.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this again. Got Luke food, so maybe he'll be quiet for a bit. Olivia, you were giving us a really good answer before Luke brought the tent down.
Yep.
Yep, okay, so... So what is man's primary purpose? Man's purpose is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. What happens when you use something for a purpose other than its real purpose? Okay, so what would happen if you wanted to whiten your teeth, but you tried to whiten them with white shoe polish? Would that work? No. So shoe polish is for whitening shoes, right?
Yeah.
Not your teeth. So what would happen if you put marshmallows in the toaster?
They would melt.
Yeah.
Like a fire would melt in marshmallows.
You'd have a big mess, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
When they get all gloopy and get down on the bottom.
Yeah, that could cause it to overheat and it could cause a fire.
Yes, it would cause a fire after it finished overeating. You're right, Olivia. So the toasters are for toasting bread, not marshmallow. Okay? So God had a purpose in mind for human beings when He created them. God intended for people to know and enjoy Him. So we're going to read Psalm 16:11. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there's fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. So this verse describes the joy and the pleasure that people have in God when they live according to the purpose that God has for them. Some people live as though their purpose were to have a good time or to make lots of money. People like this are never satisfied because they find the joy of fun times or of having new things wears off. It's fun when you get a new toy or something, right?
It wears off.
But then afterwards it's like, oh, well, I've had this for a while, right?
That's why we have so many toys out in the garage, because you guys get bored of them.
Sit back down, buddy. So that's because we're not living according to the purpose that God has for us. When we live to enjoy God, we are doing what God made us to do, and our joy in Him will last. The joy that God gives us is eternal. That means it never ends. Because just like we were talking about with the shoe polish, if you try and do things the wrong way from what they're intended, it doesn't really work. But when we try and enjoy God instead of enjoying things, that's a happiness and a joy and a fulfillment that never ends. Okay, so I have a chair knocked over on top. Whoa, are you okay, Lauren?
Sitting there, that's very...
Oh, I hope he doesn't jump on the chair. Okay, let's try and stand it up. There. Right.
What I going this way and what I going this way? Want to see? Look.
That's graceful. Go.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We wanted to touch on something that Lisa was saying earlier, though, about how it's been kind of a trying day. And, that's true, but sometimes we get caught up in the moment. We think, oh, things are just, they're rough or they're bad
so
right
terrible.
now. Yeah.
But they're really not.
But they're not. It's so easy to lose sight of the big picture and realize just how incredibly blessed we have been and how much we continue to be blessed. God has a plan, and sometimes it sounds trite to say that, but it's true. And when you can take a moment to appreciate the grand scheme of how things come together and how things that seem insignificant at one moment turn out to be so important later, and the things that you thought were just dire and terrible end up just being
The biggest blessing.
Yeah, the biggest blessing. You realize it's okay. It really is, and that's just where you have to just trust. And so on that note, thank you for joining us. Please leave a comment, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, click right about in there somewhere. Like, I'm thinking that'll be a good spot. We'll put a little link right there.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't know. I see claws coming through though. That's kind of scary.
I